The Toronto Raptors have a big question going forward with their star wing player, OG Anunoby. OG has been a 3-and-D wing player for the Raptors and has developed into one of their best role players and a key contributor to their success. And recently, literally just recently, trade talks have already started, and it's apparent that the Portland Trail Blazers are going to make a push for him. Should the Raptors make this trade happen, and what does the future look like for OG in Toronto? Let's find out. Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Wave, and we're back with another video. Before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the bell for more NBA news and trade talk, as it's really starting to heat up. With all that being said, let's get straight into the news. After the Portland Trail Blazers agreed to a deal for Jerami Grant, the Trailblazers are already targeting Raptors forward OG Anunoby. Yes, this is unbelievable. Chris Hayes of the Yahoo Sports, who is, another well-known NBA insider. He is respected. You can trust him just like how you can trust Woj. He has stated in this tweet that the Portland Trailblazers is willing to part with the number 7 overall draft pick in Thursday's draft in a potential trade for OG Anunoby. Now, there was reports that did, emerge last month that OG was frustrated with his role in Toronto's offense, as a lot of the ball handling, duties was taken over by Rookie of the Year Scotty Barnes, and there was a lot of drama that has reportedly been going on with OG wanting to leave the Raptors. Now, we know that the Portland Trail Blazers are making a real push to get Damian Lillard some help, as just today they did end up trading for Jerami Grant for basically a steal. All they had to give up was a 2025 first round pick, and that was reported first by Woj. And now they're looking for the Raptors star 3-and-D wing player OG Anunoby, and it makes sense for the Trailblazers. Now, OG is somebody who the Raptors have developed in the previous years, and this year he had his best season to date. In 48 games played, he averaged 17 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 2.6 assists per game, while shooting 36% from the three-point line and 44% from the field. OG is known for his defense, obviously being at 6'7", 232 pounds. He has a big frame, and he is very lengthy, and he's shown, in the finals run when the Raptors won it all in 2020 that his defense played a big role, and I can definitely see why that the Trailblazers would be looking for somebody like a OG to mesh with Damian Lillard and obviously Jerami Grant. The good thing is that the Blazers have made it apparent that they're willing to trade the number 7 overall pick in this year's draft, who on everybody's mock projection is projected to be Shaedon Sharpe out of Kentucky, who is a 6'6" forward and is crazily athletic. Now, if you don't know much about this year's draft, obviously it's not as loaded as previous years, but there are still some key guys such as, Paulo Pancho, all of these, others, Chet Holmgren, there's Jabari Smith, who is projected to go number 1, and I wouldn't mind, as a Raptors fan, receiving Shaedon Sharpe, to mesh with our other young guys, Scotty Barnes, but in my opinion, I really don't want to see this trade go down. OG is just too valuable to the Raptors right now. There's some good chemistry going on with them, and OG is one of those players where it's hard to, come by a lot of people like him who can shoot the 3-ball consistently. We've seen his buzzer beaters, his clutch genes, and Twitter is absolutely blowing up over this noise. And obviously, if there was a real trade to happen, I don't think that the Raptors would be content with only getting the number 7 overall pick. I think that they would have to include somebody like a Josh Hart, who is a experienced NBA veteran who has played about 7 years in the league, who last year for the Portland Trail Blazers averaged damn near 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 4.1 assists per game. Now, although he's only a 6'5" guard, he plays like he's much taller just because of the fact that he is a rebounding guard, and obviously he has that championship pedigree with the Lakers, so I think that he would definitely have to be one of those players that you have to include in this trade. Otherwise, it just wouldn't make sense on the Raptors' end. Or you can include the rookie Keon Johnson, who, again, he is only a rookie, but being a 6'5" shooting guard, averaged 7.2 points, 2.2 rebounds, and 2 assists per game, while shooting 34% from the three-point line. He could be a potential option. Or obviously, you do still have, he did struggle in the beginning, but Nazir Little, there is still potential in him. Obviously, he's barely played in the league, so those three players would have to be key in order to make this trade happen. It just wouldn't make sense for the Raptors to trade just for a pick. Obviously, it is the number 7 pick, and getting Shedeur Sharpe would definitely help in, putting him around Scottie Barnes, Fred VanVleet, it definitely would be a good fit, but OG is just too valuable, in my opinion, for the Raptors to just trade away, and I don't see this trade going down. If you were to ask me as a Raptors fan, I've been following the Raptors for the past 10 years, I don't see this trade going down, man. The Raptors value OG too much, and OG is loved in Toronto, and if Masai Ujiri is going to make this trade, he's definitely going to demand some, key components. Obviously, Masai, he's not a dumb GM, man. He knows what he's doing. He's going to demand a fair trade, if not better, and let's see what happens. All it's going to take is, some nice players and then that 7th overall pick. The Raptors are in a good position right now. Obviously, they did end up losing to the 76ers in the finals, but they did make a pretty good pushing it to Game 6. Scottie Barnes was injured for most of the playoffs and at the end of the season, but Scottie Barnes played incredibly well in the playoffs, taking that scoring initiative. You still have Pascal, you have Fred VanVleet, you have, the young rookies, you still have Malachi Flynn. This is a very young team that I believe OG still has some years on. Obviously, OG is young, I think he's only 27. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I don't think it would make sense to just get another rookie. I honestly think that the Raptors could make a deeper push into the playoffs, maybe even into the second round. But again, we're just all going to have to see. All this news that's coming out, we don't know what's true, what's not, but if OG gets traded, it is going to be a sad day for Raptors fans, as, it would just cause a lot of controversy. Scottie Barnes has been, noted saying on his live streams that he wants him to stay and that OG is happy, but it's just all talk right now. But something that is interesting is that Damian Lillard of the Portland Trail Blazers has been seen liking Instagram posts of Scottie Barnes, potential trade to the Portland Trail Blazers. So obviously Dame is all in for it. The Portland Trail Blazers are making a push, and a well-needed push to get some help for Damian Lillard. Obviously, Jeremy Grant, they basically stole him for absolutely nothing, so that is going to be a great addition to the Portland Trail Blazers. So let's see how far they can make it into this year's playoffs. But let me know in the comment section your thoughts and opinions. Do you guys see this trade going down, and are you all in for it? But subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the bell for more news updates. And with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.